They got put with other Americans, not military, and they were civilian contractors that they captured from South Vietnam. And these guys are pretty good for perking me up and giving me info what's going on. And there were 2 Filipinos, maybe 2 guys from California. And there was 1 military guy. Well, they told me he was a captain, and I tried talking to him, and they says, he won't talk to you, the other civilians. I says, there's something up with the man. So I says, okay. So I left him alone. And then he would talk to himself and walk around. And one of the Filipino guys, there were 2 Filipinos, says to me, Frank, have you ever heard of the tap code? And I go, no, sir. He says, I just received a message and they heard that you have another guest in your room. He says, I have to answer him. And I says, well, go ahead. Tell him my name is Frank. I never learned it because I never had a chance to use it anymore. So then one day the yank is all out of here now. And then that's where we go to the rock pile. This was a newly built prison in the middle of nowhere. The Vietnamese were very good to us. If somebody needed something, they got it. Somebody needed a doctor, they got a doctor. Captain Thompson was in there. He was one of the longest POWs held. And then there was an ambassador from South Vietnam they captured. He was in not good health. He had a liquor problem. So whenever he needed an aspirin, they gave him one. But we had tables, chairs. That's how we ate. We didn't sit on our bed and eat our food. It was Halloween. They were so thrilled, the North Vietnamese, to bring us bottles of wine, pumpkin pie, and extra meat, extra food for supper. And we were allowed to stay up at night, and enjoy all of this stuff. So that was interesting. Then we were allowed out in the courtyard every day to exercise and move around. We get word to pack up, and we're leaving. So we go back to the Hilton. We're put in with other American prisoners of war. And we're allowed to walk the large courtyard, move around. I says, I'm just praying to see and hope that this supposed release, that's what's going to happen. Because when we first got there, these American prisoners of war are saying they have lied to us before that we're going to be released. And then you go another month or 2 and they think, yeah, we're going to get released, and nothing happens. But when we got there, everything started to happen. We learned that evening that we're going to be allowed to go to a special room and pick out clothing that fit us for our release. And everybody, of course, is saying, this part never happened before, but always keep your guard up, Well, it went like clockwork. After we got picked out our clothes, that same day, we were rolling out. And they brought up buses to the front of the prison, and it took us to the airport.